There is an agenda to make Captain America 4 flop, kill its Rotten Tomatoes, the god of movie stuff that people hold high for some reason. I don't know why. Hopefully after this video, you guys will see that there is an agenda. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I will be showing you by the end of this video, you will know Rotten Tomatoes is nothing more than a agenda-filled, biased scam website that shows no logic in many cases, especially the ones that I'm going to give you, to what a film being good or not is. And social media, Rotten Tomatoes, and a lot of racist YouTubers, viewers, movie reviewers, whatever, have a problem with Captain America 4, not because of the content of its character, but the color of its skin. It's black. I'm saying it with my chest. Now, I'm not saying if you don't like Captain America 4, you're racist. I'm not saying that. Some people don't like the movie because they're MCU fans, they like movies, and they don't like this movie. That's perfectly okay. I'm talking about the group within the group. The group within the group of people that don't like this movie. A lot of them are biased against this because they don't want no black man being Captain America. Let's keep it a buck. You think they want a black man representing this country? Absolutely not. Let alone having all of this attention that he's been getting. And Anthony Mackie, let me tell you, you trash, dog. Anthony Mackie, you trash for saying that stuff about America. You trash for it. So I understand you gave them a reason to come for you, bro. And this is what happens. And me being unbiased, I can realize how you were trash for that and how those people are trash for hating on this movie. Captain America 4, in my opinion, is a great film. And I gave you reasons why it's a great movie. I have a spoiler-free and a spoiler review already up on my channel for you guys, for your indulgement. It's all there. I went in detail, like a 40-minute movie review as far as the spoiler review is concerned, talking about all the things that we liked and the things that we didn't like. There's no bias here. I got nothing invested with making this movie. I get that you guys don't know who Jody's Corner is. A lot of you guys are new to the channel, and you see, oh man, he looks like he's black, so he's clearly gonna promote and defend this movie because the other guy's black. You know how those blacks stick together, don't you? None of that here, bro. Hopefully you'll soon learn about me, bro, that I'm all about the movie. I don't care about the color of I don't care that Anthony Mackie's black. In my opinion, I think Bucky should be Captain America. That's just how I feel about it. But also, when I see injustice, bro, I got to talk about it, bro, especially when people out here are capping on social media and on the internet, and they're using Rotten Tomatoes and the internet to mind warp people. Imagine when somebody who doesn't really, some people don't know how to critique movies. They don't understand the depths of them, but they know how they feel. But then when they go on the internet and they look at Twitter, they scroll across 2, 3, 4 posts that says that Captain America 4 is reshot mid-trash. It really changes their mind. And they're like, yeah, it is trash. And then it just becomes a freaking snowball effect and a freaking anti-woke mind virus that just, everybody just is like, it's an echo chamber of negativity. And all it takes is just like, you only need a couple of 100 people on social media to make a movement. Look at what the Snyder toxic fandom did. Look what they're still doing. And that's just like 19 people in a basement being freaking fed dog food out of a freaking turkey baster. So we understand what the internet can do. Even The Boys talked about this in season 4, season 3. It was like 5 guys with laptops that were making all those hashtags, bro. So understand that the internet ain't real. Social media is fake as hell. And there is no social in social media. If we look at the Rotten Tomatoes, which everybody talks about, I don't know why you guys do, but I kind of do know why you guys do. Captain America Brave New World is sitting at 50% from the critics. A complete different side at 78% from the audience. But the critics are sitting it at a rotten 50%. Is Captain America 4 50%? Is it a rotten 50% based movie? Now, I understand how Rotten Tomatoes works. For those of you guys who don't understand, it's an average rating. People are giving their review, and they take the algorithm and make it, and that's how you got a rotten score. This is not a 50% of, 50%, it's a 50% movie. No, it's 50% of the people gave it bad reviews. Still, regardless, this number is trash. Those of you guys who don't like Captain America 4, do you guys agree that it's 50%? Who here in the chat? Let me know. Since we're live right now, those of you in the chat who've seen this movie, type in your personal rotten percentage that you would put on it. Let me know. Put it in the chat. 67, 91, 48, 27, what? Put it in the chat. Let me know what your rotten score is. Because at 50, we're talking about a fail. By grading standards, this is an F. A D would be 60, a C 70, a B 80, 90 and up, the A. 50? You ain't passing your math test with a 50. That's a fail. I see 65, 70. I see 70, 68. Someone did say 50. He is 50 right on. Someone 67, 79, 80, 70, 70, 80, 76, 75. Besides one person who agreed with the 50, all of y'all have it above 50% in my live stream. We just got a 40. Cool. 78% from the audience, though. What does this mean? Those of you guys, here's the follow-up question. Those of you guys who do not like Captain America 4, do you also not like Eternals? Do you also not like The Marvels? Do you also not like Wakanda Forever? Do you also not like Thor Love and Trash? Do you also not like Ant-Man and the Wasp? Why are you bringing these movies up, Jody? What does that have to do with this? Can you guys guess what the Rotten Tomatoes score is for Wakanda Forever? You don't have to guess. Here it is. Wakanda Forever has a certified fresh 84% Rotten Tomatoes score. Let me tell you something right now. Captain America 4 is way better than this movie. And it's not about, my opinion. I could break it down, the shit that we're talking about, epic moments. We're talking about Captain America being a freaking black man in the lead role, making it happen. Red Hulk, amazing shit. The story of freaking Captain America 4 is cooking this shit. They didn't even know how to kill T'Challa in this movie right. You talking about fatherless children everywhere. They killed Ramonda. What you kill his mama for? You made M'Baku a Homer Simpson clown. This movie's trash. But it got 84%. This is the Rotten Tomatoes that y'all running with. Don't forget, 84%, homie. 50%. This movie's lapping Wakanda Forever. So what is Rotten Tomatoes on? It's that agenda that they got, bruh. It's that agenda that they got. Next movie. Y'all remember Black Widow? You remember Black Widow, right? With the goofball, her daddy, goofball captain, whatever the freak, Europe, with that fake Black Widow, even though she was cute, you know what I'm saying? With that gender-swapped Taskmaster, that mid-story, the perfume bullshit at the end. Y'all remember Black Widow? Yeah. Y'all don't like Captain America? If Captain America trash, Black Widow trash, right? It's sitting at 79%, bruh. 91% audience. 91. Shout out to the donation love coming through. Let me read this real quick. Michael West says, from the UK, I watched Captain America, all black people in there. I'm from the UK. I watched Captain America, all black people in there. You talking about the theater? That's good. They supporting. Raging Black Guy. Shout out to the 20. I appreciate you, Raging Black Guy. You thought you was going to stream without sus, daddy? Oh, nah. Congratulations on the new edition, bro. Peace and love to the Jody's Corner family. Yeah, I got a daughter. She's about 6 days old now. Couldn't be happier, bro. It's my second daughter. 79%. Captain America 4 is dog walking this movie. Captain America 4 is a better movie than Black Widow. Yet Black Widow is sitting at almost 80%. So those of you guys who don't like Captain America 4, y'all don't like Black Widow either, right? You keeping the same energy though, right? We not liking Black Widow either. What about Captain Marvel? Y'all remember that movie, Captain Marvel? Remember Captain Marvel that came out with all the bullshit garbage trailers? We was like, huh? You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember that? How good of a movie is Captain Marvel, guys? Do you like Captain Marvel? You don't like Captain America 4. You think that movie's all the bull y'all be saying. What about Captain Marvel that came out in 2019, 2018? Between Infinity War and Endgame, that movie. Y'all like that movie? Stevenson said trash. D+. Let's, guys, put your Captain Marvel grades in the chat right now. We're going to do that for every movie that we pull up tonight. Please take this time to put in your Captain Marvel grades into the chat so I could read them off live so those people who are watching the replay can understand exactly what time it is. F, 5%. C, F, big fat F. C minus, D minus, B, C, D, F, 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 D plus, F, C plus, F plus, D. Well, Rotten Tomatoes says 80%, motherfreaker. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 79%. Look at the audience score. 45 dog shit. Audience said, miss me. Why do you think that that movie has such a polarizing review? Critics are saying it's great. The audience saying it's trash. This is where they get exposed for their bullshit agenda. Disney hiring and paying off movie reviewers. It's an old practice. It's not just Disney. I'm sure that Universal and some other people do it too. Because that's the kind of game we in, bro. It's all politics. So please do not take these ratings for fact or even for a guideline. I don't even say use Rotten Tomatoes as a guideline because often it's the opposite. If I see that a movie says Rotten Tomatoes says it's a freaking 30%, I'm going to want to see it even more now because they're almost the opposite now. They're like Bizarro when it comes to rating movies, bro. Now you think for 1 second that this movie is worse than Captain Marvel? Y'all know better than that. Y'all know better than that. It's right here. This is the website that people running with. This is what it is. Oh, it gets worse. Do you guys remember, this is recent memory, The Marvels? You know, the sequel to Captain Marvel, you know, with Maria Rambeau, Kamala Khan, those trailers were bullshit in my opinion. I never watched this movie. I decided I'm not watching it, not reviewing it. I don't care what nobody says. I'm not going through it. Chat, will you please be so kind as to give your review rating for The Marvels, please? Please give us your rating for The Marvels. Those of you who are brave enough to go watch that motherfucker in theaters. Here we go. F, F minus, D, F, 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 -5%, 0%, F, F plus, F, F minus, F, F, C, F plus, F, F plus, C plus, C minus, a D. Rotten Tomatoes said, y'all crazy. Man, that motherfucker's straight. 62%. 80% audience. Rotten Tomatoes said all of y'all who gave it a non-passing grade are wrong. 62%. That tomato's not splattered. The Marvels is A-okay. Now, do you think for a motherfucking second that the Marvels is better than this movie? 50%? 50%? Huh? Some ain't adding up, homie. It looks to me like there's an agenda against this movie. Why would there be? With such egregious movies coming before it, who are worse than it, almost objectively worse than it, with better Rotten Tomato scores. Review bombing Captain America because he's black. And because of what he said, the stupid thing that dummy said, oh, I don't think it's about America. It's a myth. It's a fantasy. What the hell? That's what's going on here. It gets worse. We're going to go into the top 3 most hated Jody corner picks. This movie is in the bottom 3 of the MCU all time for me. What about that Ant-Man and the Wasp, though? Woo! Y'all like that Ant-Man and the Wasp with Ghost and that Goliath that couldn't get big? Using Lawrence Fishburne, didn't use him for shit. Had T.I. in there acting like dumb idiot thieving bozos. Typecast the freak out of us. What y'all think about that Ant-Man and the Wasp? Please, ladies and gentlemen, put your grades in the chat for Ant-Man and the Wasp. C minus. F. My girl Gigi Pre said it's cheeks. D. C minus. F. D. F. D. F. F. C minus. I get you. I agree. I think that Ant-Man and the Wasp is the most insulting to the intelligence movie that I've seen in a while. There's only one movie that beats it. There's only one movie in the MCU. This is my second worst movie. The number 1 movie, we ain't got there yet. 87%, homie. Nigga, that shit almost got an A. That shit's almost at 90%. That motherfucker's almost at 90, dog. It's almost at a whole A. You take that report card to mama, she gonna say, good job, son. In reality, you take that report card, I need to get my belt, dip that shit in freaking milk, and start smacking the shit out of you for bringing that bullshit on. That movie was trash. The director, the writer, the creator of that movie, all need to be shot by firing squad, metaphorically speaking. What the hell am I Hey. But that movie's better than this though, right? 50%, nigga. 50%. You telling me Captain America 4 with 50%? With that Ant-Man shit that almost 90? You smell it? You taste it? Tastes like a fresh pressed swastika, nigga. A fresh pressed swastika. Now, Captain America's score being low, I'm for it. If this movie's Rotten Tomatoes was around 70, I'll be like, all right. 65, I could even be like, all right. 50? I can't take that ride. Not with these movies that we looked at. Wakanda Forever, 84. Black Widow, 79. Captain Marvel, 79. The Marvels, 62. And this shit at 87. But it gets worse, my bros. It gets worse, my bros. I'm not done. My number one most hated movie in not just the MCU. This is my most hated superhero movie ever crafted. I don't care if you bring streaming, you could bring VHS, Betamax, you could bring silent era. I don't give a freak what you pull. This is the worst superhero movie, I use that term loosely, ever made.
Triple combo.
What y'all think about that Thor-loving trash, though? Please, ladies and gentlemen, let me know how you feel. Show your grade for Thor-loving Thunder. Share your grades for that bullshit movie. F minus, F minus, F, C minus, F minus, D plus, F minus, F, F, F minus, F minus, F plus, F. Nigga put Z. Motherfucker put a Z. F, 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 for sure. Nigga, that shit sitting at 63%. Don't tell me Captain America 4 is a 50, my nigga. I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear it. Of course there's racism behind this goddamn movie. And anyone think it's not, you see it now. This is an insult on black people, white people, Asians, Eskimos. This shit's an insult even on racist people, bro. Anybody who likes comic book movies, bro, should see this shit and vomit both out of both holes. The hell are we talking about? And you gonna show me Cap at a 50? And y'all running with that shit? Stop. Stop the madness. We got to stop. Keep that same energy. You think this movie's bad? You better say all those movies is bad then. All this shit we saw is bad, but Rotten Tomatoes says it's good, it's fine. Stop. Stop it. It's an agenda. People are clearly putting negative spin on this movie. And I understand why some of them did it because Anthony Mackie said some stupid shit. He did. Oh, America's not about... I get it, because I thought it was stupid too. But then you got racist people who don't like the idea of a black man holding the flag. They don't want a black man holding the flag if it was wrapped around him and on fire. They don't want to see that shit, period. Not in my country, not in my America. You got to understand, bro. The rest of the country, LA, New York, that middle America country motherfuckers, bro, that racism is strong. If Sidious was alive, he'll come to that shit. If I pop Sidious up here out of nowhere, if I was Thanos, and I'd be like, boop, he wouldn't be able to say, where am I? He'll instantly, oh, the hate. Oh, it was good. Nigga would turn into a beast on the spot, bro. All that hate energy, bro, in this society. He would absorb that shit and pop and then die. 50%? Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Of course it's racism. Now I ask you, the one time, this is the one time where they finally gave your boy Jody Joe a film. They told this movie, I don't care what y'all say, we could argue and debate it all day long. The best story in the MCU exists with one movie. There is no story told in the MCU that's better than this. And I would argue there is no story in the MCU in the future that will be better than the story of this movie. The story of the Eternals is the greatest MCU story that they could probably ever come up with. And you motherfreakers gave that shit a 47%, my nigga. Chloe Zhao brought fire to the camera, used natural lighting, had decent costumes, and y'all sat back and hold the movie. Trash. Eternals has some of the best CGI in the MCU. Asteroid in outer space like that, I blew up, nigga. Makari, speedster speeding. You actually see her going fast, rather than the cheap way of showing things slowing down to show the fast. And no, they show Makari getting it in, bro. The fights, getting it in, the idea that they are the ones who created us. We just got an origin for the universe. And no one seems to give a shit about that. Thanos? Y'all care about Infinity War and Endgame, nigga? That's what that shit means. It's booger. It's booger compared to the Eternal story, bro. At any moment, they would have went there and killed Thanos. Stopped it all. There is a power in they're the reason for humanity, bro. They're the gods of the world. And no one gives a shit. You can't name me an MCU movie that the Eternals won't wipe story-wise. Civil War? Oh, two friends fighting? Miss me, nigga. They gave us technology. They showed us love. It's the religion and their gods of the actual MCU in itself. No one gives a shit. That's why I be like, dang, bro, do people really not care or they do not understand the story that was being told here? Oh, I get it. The anti-woke motherfreakers saw that Fastos was a gay character, and then the geeks and gamers and the other racist motherfreakers said, don't watch this woke agenda LGBTQ movie. And then they hated it and they didn't watch it. And now it's bombed and there we are. Maybe that's why I don't like Captain America 4, because it actually has, tie-ins to all of the MCU, including movies that y'all don't like. We've seen in the trailer they had the actual celestial hand in the movie. Maybe that's why I don't like it. Stop insulting my intelligence, bro. This ain't no 47. Just like this ain't no 50. Just like this shit ain't a 63. This shit ain't a 87. This shit is not a 62. Hell no, this ain't no 79. This is not a 79. And this show as hell ain't a 84. So what are we doing here? Putting trust in Rotten Tomatoes. You can only become a Rotten Tomatoes critic if you're a part of the go along and the get along gang. If you're not playing their game, if you don't show, because they look at your channel, they see what you're about. If you about speaking the real and being a free thinker, access denied. You got to be a certain type of motherfucker who is a part of the machine to even be one of those 84% critics that can give a review on the website. So you're already losing from jump. Rotten Tomatoes is the fake woke agenda LGBTQ promoters and feminazi, man-hating bullshit people that review movies. That's what Rotten Tomatoes is. You're going to trust reviews from them? These are the people that said the Marvels is good and Captain Marvel is good. That's what we're looking at. No. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Absolutely. There are people that don't like Captain America 4 because of what the film gives them. And those people are right to their opinion. But there's also, don't deny, there's also an agenda of people who don't like Captain America 4 because they don't like that he's black. And there's people that don't like Captain America 4 and who are not going to see it because he said that dumb shit about America. How Captain America doesn't represent America. It's a fantasy. It's a blind. It should be other Captain Good. What? Stupid reasons. And there's other reasons. There are people that don't like Captain America 4 because the Geeks and Gamers. I don't watch Geeks and Gamers because I know they're trash. But I already know their narrative. They hate this movie, and they're saying don't watch it. They're saying it's woke, aren't they? Yeah, I know. And then those millions of people are going all on social media spreading the bullshit, and people are seeing it like, oh, yeah, people don't think this movie. I'm not gonna watch it. When that's the best Hulk in the MCU, homie. The best I've ever seen the Hulk. That nigga Hulk is tight. I hope he's in the Avengers. That boy good. That motherfucker looked clean too. It had some bad CGI, but it also had some really great CGI. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I hope you guys understand full and well that after seeing this evidence of these rotten tomatoes, people, we can no longer trust their testimony as according to if Captain America 4 is a good movie or not. I rest my case. The phone lines are open. Call in and talk to me now. Oh, yes. First caller.
Hello?
You're live with Jody Joe. Talk to me.
What's up, Jody Joe?
Darius with 2 R's.
Yeah, that's me. What's up?
All right.
So you saying Thor, Love, and Trash got fucking 63%?
I'm not saying it is. It did. We looking at it right now.
50? I'm gonna look at this shit right now. Oh.
Thor Love and Thunder got 63, and your Captain America Brave New World is sitting at 50. That's correct.
You got me all the way up. Hell no.
No spoilers, guys. This is a free, safe zone. We're not going to talk spoilers if you've seen the movie. We're just talking about the narrative. I believe, yes, there are racists who are against this movie because he's black, and non-racists who are against this movie because of what he said about America.
The real reason why they're giving this a hard score because they don't like Eternals. That's my main thing.
Now, why don't they like Eternals?
Because I hear that I saw the movie. I really liked it. It's probably third. I have a top 3, but it's probably number 3 on like MCU films I love. But the reason why they don't like it because they say it's boring. Basically, it's a film. They don't like film like that.
Yeah.
Most MCU fans.
I agree. Like I said last week, I don't think most MCU fans care for MCU fans. The generic MCU fan doesn't care about camera quality, cinematic value, scores, or accurate superhero costumes. They care about the action. They care about the MCU formula. They care about narrative ties in. They care about comic accuracy and ties, shit like that. They don't care about the film stuff. And Eternals is very much that.
So when they saw that Celestial, I guess they got like triggered, I guess. And then, of course, some of them are racist. That's the obvious one, but I think because it's too much, it has too much of what Eternals had, like a lot of connection to the MCU.
It didn't show that much Eternals in the movie or the trailer, so I think that you're giving them a little bit of a pass by saying that. But you did say you think there is some bias against this movie.
I meant Celestial. My bad. I was saying like how Eternals connected to MCU, like Captain America 4, how connected to MCU. That's what I was saying. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah.
What about my theory that there is a large pool of racist people who are review bombing this movie because he's black, and a large pool of non-racist people who are review bombing or talking badly about this movie without even seeing it because he said bad things about this country?
No, this reminds me of, remember the Kendrick Lamar performance, how everybody said it was bad?
Yes.
This is exactly like this.
Interesting. Okay.
Because what he was doing on that stage, and then how like you got race people that don't fuck with it like that because he was basically boycotting America. Kind of similar to how Anthony Mackie is, and then watching the film, you got that in this perspective. And the same thing they were saying about this film and the performance is it was bad. He didn't do a good job. The story wasn't all that. It was written messy. Same way with Kids Along performance. It's kind of similar, like life like art creates life, whatever we want to call it. But yeah,
Man, do you remember when Black Panther came out in 2018 in this same month, almost the same day that
but difference
Captain
is
America 4 came
difference
out?
is for that. The difference is for that was going towards like Infinity War and Endgame, like Thanos. So
No, but that's
like
not
how
where I'm
Captain.
saying. That's not where I'm going. Even though it was a movement and the black folks showed up to support it,
Yeah,
it was a good movie, right? But I
right.
remember as someone who was doing YouTube back then, reading comments, seeing social media, as I was doing these live streams, having these discussions like I am right now, there was people giving
Yeah,
pushback. And a lot of them were white boys who said, Black Panther's not that good a movie. It was mid. They were saying it even then. They
yeah,
didn't even want to give Black Panther the credit in 2018, the credit it deserved. I remember.
yeah. And guess what? They still don't give Killmonger as one of the greatest villains in MCU
They will
history.
never give it to Killmonger. I'm telling you, Killmonger is the best villain of the MCU, dog. It ain't Thanos.
Yeah,
They refuse. I'm glad you brought that up. Killmonger is still the greatest villain of the MCU, bro. He's the Joker of the MCU. Freak Thanos.
no. Do you count the Green Goblin? Does it Spider-Man No Way Home or no?
No, you can count him too. Killmonger's better than even him.
Okay, I agree with you that.
In No Way
Yeah,
Home. I'm not talking about all the Spider-Man movies. Him in No Way Home, I got Killmonger over him too.
Me too. Like Killmonger and him probably second or third, but yeah, I got him. But yeah, they had like Killmonger wasn't that dude, but they put Thanos over him. I understand Thanos was a bigger name. I get all that, and I like Thanos, but he's not. He doesn't. It's not the same.
Those of you guys who are watching this live stream on replay, this number, don't call it, obviously, because it's not going to work.
Yeah.
This is only for the people who are live. If you want to be here live and call in, Wednesday, Friday, around 3 p.m. Pacific time is when you could catch me live, and then we can have these discussions.
Well, one more
I don't know
thing,
who this Mike, is this towards me? I'm crying about the minority of people's opinion. This is not the minority. This is a majority of a people's opinion. And I know it looks like I'm crying. You like to say you're crying. You put your bullshit emojis like you're 15 years old. You probably are 15 years old. At some point, you got to stop using emojis as a man. I don't use them, nigga. But anyway, it's not a minority. Most people are boycotting, going against, talking bad about this movie. It's everywhere on social media. Where you been?
when I saw other black creators, they really love it. They really like it. But when I saw, like, for example, that guy Soups and your boy Andy, they kind of hated it, I guess. And
Really?
I get it, that's their opinion, but
I'm not against people who dislike Black Panther 4. I mean, Captain America 4. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But do they say why they didn't like it though? It's what they say.
Yeah, you got points of that, but it still don't make no sense how they say it. They, like, you're right about that, but at the same time, I feel like it's another. I think it's because kind of what Anthony Mackie said, but it's also because Trump's in office. You got a lot of racist people that don't like.
Absolutely.
Like this movie.
Correct.
And you got the whole it's woke. It's really not woke. It's just outside that one white female. Besides that, it's not really woke like that. Like,
Black Captain America 4 is not woke. It's not fake woke. The geeks and gamers call it woke. Being woke is good. I'm woke. Third eye's open. I took the red pill and the left door. I'm as woke as they come. And this is not a fake woke movie. Yeah, the one little chick, you're right. She was the only one. But this movie doesn't have that agenda bullshit in it.
No. And you was talking about there's a black girl, that was his sister. You was right about that.
Okay, yeah.
Besides that, it's not woke. Like, when I think of woke, well, not woke, fake woke, I think of like the Marvel. Well, even though Eternal was good, it had like maybe one what's called like fake woke scene.
Here's my thing. I don't even think Fastos having a same-sex relationship with another man and having the child is even consist as fake woke to me, because if you're talking about the existence of humanity, Fastos lived for thousands of years. He tried love the regular way, and he so happened to find a man that he loved and happened to be a man. I buy that. I'm not against homosexuality. If you've been alive for 1,000 years and you finally find the one that loves you, truly loves you, and he so happens to be a Latino salsa guy, then all right, bruh. I'm cool with it.
So, yeah. So if MCU fans don't like film, so they really not gonna like the Fantastic Four then. That look like a film quality.
It seems that way. It really does. It seems that way.
And that means, my theory is Fantastic Four and Captain America 4 is a good movie, but Eternals, it's a film like that. I think Fantastic Four will be good, but the MCU fans gonna hate it though, because they don't like film.
I don't think that they. I think that the MCU fans are gonna galvanize around Fantastic Four because they need it to fight Superman. The fanboys are gonna protect Fantastic Four because it's a white family, an original family, an American family, and ain't no niggas in it. So they gonna get behind that.
Yeah, but to like, I guess decent gamers say it's trash, but I don't know. It's iffy. Like you can't really trust Rotten Tomatoes. I think that Trump needed, I don't fuck with him. He need to do something about that shit. But that's all I came to talk to you about.
Appreciate you, man. I appreciate your commentary. Thank you for calling in, bro.
You're welcome.
Later. All right, 323-801-8059. It's open. Oh, shoot. All right, we got the callers calling in. Let's see if we can get a hater. Come on, baby. Work for me. You're live with Jody Joe. Talk to me.
What's good, Jody? It's Cassidy. What's going on, man? It's been a minute.
It ain't been a minute. I talked to you last week, but what's up?
All right, but yeah, not much, bro. What's good, though, bro? And I'm glad to hear about the delivery being good for your
Thank
daughter.
you. Thank you so very much.
To hear that, bro. But I'm gonna go ahead and chime in because I agree with you about people overhyping how terrible the movie is and not really breaking it down precisely on what the problems are. I think for me, the movie was decent. It wasn't great, and it wasn't bad. It was the middle of the road. You feel me?
What grade would you give it?
C+.
Okay.
C+, B-. The only reason I'm even saying that is because I don't care what nobody freaking says. I felt like for Disney, they failed to capitalize on the Captain America name, and Sam Wilson did a great job in that movie. But
right.
They didn't do him no favors. Exactly. If people are actually saying Sam Wilson didn't do good, that's bull, bro. He did the best that he could, and he brought the emotion to when he can. He did good with what he had.
I agree.
My problem is the script didn't do him no favors, and I'm sorry. Am I able? I want to know.
No spoilers at all. Nothing that was not in the trailer. Please, we're not doing that. Yeah.
No spoilers.
Plus, I don't want to lose you. I like when you call in. I don't want to ban you.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is the script that they gave him and the tie-ins in the movie.
Oh.
I'm gonna just say tie-ins. Okay.
Yeah.
That is what I felt like the tie-ins overtook his movie and didn't really make it a personal area for Sam himself. It dragged him in. Low key, the script and the story felt forced a little bit to me. In that aspect, you feel me?
Okay.
And again, I'm being as vague as possible. You know
right.
what I'm saying? I don't want to spoil it for nobody.
I can understand I disagree with that, but I understand why you said it because seeing the movie, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. And again, I'm gonna be real, and this is gonna be a hot take. To me, I feel like people are so pissed that this movie didn't hit Winter Soldier Civil War territory. I'm gonna be real. Like for you, Jody, do you see this movie being better than Winter Soldier or Civil War?
Absolutely not. But it's better than the first Avenger.
And see, and that's the thing. That's what is terrible about it. Because when it came to the first Avenger, the first Captain America movie, people were like, "All right, it's the first movie, cool, whatever." You know what I'm saying? It's the
This
first
is
one.
Sam Wilson's first movie. I don't think that it's fair to, even though it's Captain America, it's the 4th installment. We really need to
Yeah, I
look
get
at
what
this
I'm saying.
movie as Captain America 1 with Sam Wilson. Those were Steve's movies. This is really Captain America 1.
And I remember how we spoke last time and how I brought up how, as Marvel fans, we are spoiled, and we have seen the heights. So to that adjustment to what you said of making it sound like this is his first Avengers film with high end characters, you feel me? And what we've seen before, people are just pissed that we're not getting that epicness to be continued, because if you think about it, this is still a continuation of Captain America's story, just like Steve Rogers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Number 4, bro. Like,
but it's not a continuation of Captain America's story. This is a completely different Captain America. It's like a reboot. Kevin Feige, based off seeing the movie, they want you to look through this as the lens of this is a reboot. This is not Steve Rogers. This is not that Eric arc. It's a new. Look at this as part 1. That's how they want you go. Yeah. And I think a lot of people, and it's rightfully so, to compare him to Steve Rogers because they both had the Captain America. I get it.
That's
and
what I'm saying, but
I get it.
It's bringing him down.
I don't think it's bringing him down, though. I don't think it's bringing him down. I think...
Not for me, but for a lot of people. You get what I'm saying? That's the kicker, bro. They're never going to stop comparing, bro.
That's fine.
They're not going to stop comparing.
That's fine. I would argue, is it people are not understanding. Sam Wilson's Captain America will put tips on Steve Rogers, bro. He got too much shit.
Without the serum, yes.
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 Bro,
I agree.
I'm at the point where if they fight right now, I got to go Sam Wilson.
And see, and that's also what people are killing it too with that. And
Steve Rogers cannot fight Red Hulk. Sam Wilson can.
So, all right, see, I get what you're saying. So question is Steve, without the serum, had the same Wakanda tech, the same Ant-Man helmet, the same...
Oh, yeah, I got him over Sam all day.
Everything like
yes,
that.
He's better than Sam.
Would he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Steve Rogers, pound for pound, is a better character, fighter, strategist. He's better than Sam in every way. But when you add the powers and all the other stuff that Sam has, it's different.
Yeah. and I feel like that's what, and again, still keeping it vague, for the fight scenes that you saw in the movie and how people kind of complained about that. And I'm like, y'all still got to understand, he doesn't have that's what killed me about him not having the serum. Because you're going to see him having to struggle, and these people that he's fighting, you know what I'm saying? Oh, Steve would have took him out easy, you feel me? Because, the serum.
Right.
I really still wish that he took it. I really do. But I get where they're coming from. He's trying to be his own man. But it's like a combo meal, bro. It's like people are like, how can you be Captain America without the serum? It's kind of malpractice. But I get where they're still coming from with it. And I feel like that's where people kind of was complaining in that aspect, too, about certain fight scenes in the movie and all that stuff, It's just, all I can say is that I see it as a mediocre, middle-of-the-road MCU film, and I just think that people expected this movie to be spectacular, and that's why they're so pissed and so let down, and that's why they're calling this movie crap. And in that aspect, I don't think that's fair. The movie's not terrible. It's middle-of-the-road. It's mediocre at best.
What does that say about MCU fans then? If you are thinking it's going to be Steve Rogers, if you're thinking it's going to be Captain America 4, Civil War, let me tell you something. Mm-hmm. It took Steve Rogers 3 movies to get peak. The first Avenger is a mid-decent, it's a good movie. Winter Soldier is leaps and bounds better than the first Avenger.
Yeah.
Then you had Civil War, which was even better than Winter Soldier to me. They got better over time. So to hold Sam Wilson in his first movie by the the
standards.
same rule as
To those
Civil
standards.
War or Winter Soldier. That's not fair. And if those MCU fans are doing that, they are biased.
Yeah.
They are trash. Simple.
Do you think it's more of a bias? Do you think it's a more biased thing or a little racial thing? Honestly, I don't. I won't say it's racist. It's just their hype and bias of the epicness of what Marvel was, and they want that to continue so bad.
No.
And they thought that this movie was going
No,
to bring that back.
no, because the MCU is not epic right now, and it hasn't been epic for 5 years. We are in garbage time.
They wanted this movie to save us. They wanted this movie to bring that.
They're doing that for Fantastic Four. They think Fantastic Four is going to save us.
Oh.
They thought Deadpool and Wolverine was going to save us. They thought Guardians 3 was every movie to come out they think is going to save us. Nah, this is an old school feeling and modern movie that MCU fans should embrace because it talks about the whole MCU, brings things in, pushes things forward, introduces things that are going to be in the future. So I don't really understand what the heck people have a problem with this movie outside of elements that are like he's black or the reshoot bullshit. Freak that. How many of y'all even seen the movie? I guarantee many people hating on this movie haven't even seen it.
Probably bootleg that hoe.
Haven't even seen it. All right, thank you for calling in. It was a pleasure. I got to try to get some haters, bro.
Yeah, bro. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Appreciate you. Where the haters at? Talk to me. My number right here. Let's go. Next caller. You live with Jody Joe. Are you a hater? I want to know. Talk to me.
Hey, bro, look, this shit's a C at best.
Hey, 5-star. Are you coming here to are you bringing the smoke? Are you going to get wrecked? I'm going to, 5-star, I'm a magician. I predict I'm going to lube up, bend you over, and clap.
No, look,
Are you going to come with the heat or nah?
This movie's bad, Jody, but it's not bad to give it the 50 and all that the people are giving it. It's a bad movie.
What are you saying is not bad to give it the 50? What do you mean?
It's not bad to the
Are you
level
saying that it's not
no,
50% bad?
It's not 50% bad, but it is bad.
Okay.
I have it as a C.
A C. So
I have it as a C.
you realize a C is 70%, right?
Yeah, 70% is passing, but it has
Okay.
issues, and people are acting like this movie's like an A+, which is just not.
5-star, do not spoil. Do not spoil this movie. Do not spoil anything when you talk, okay?
Okay.
All right.
First act, solid. Do we agree?
What?
First act of the movie, solid.
Yes.
Entertaining.
Yes.
Second act, little weak.
Yes.
Third act,
Come. It's
it's
come.
It's iffy.
What? Here is where we split. We're splitting.
50-50.
All right. I want you to know I was with you. First act, good. Second act, it's probably, what's going on? Third act, finished strong. So how is it that the third act for you didn't work?
The conclusion to it, I'll put it like that. The conclusion to it.
The conclusion to the battle between Cap and Hulk? Is that what we're talking about?
Huh?
Are you the conclusion between the fight? Is that what you're talking about?
I don't want to get in detail, but yeah, I'll say that.
Okay. That's not enough to say that the third act was bad because of what you got before it. The third act gave you so much epic before that moment, though.
The build-up to that was nice. I agree with that.
Yes.
But I just didn't buy the way you resolved it. That's what tanked it down for me. I was buying it, and then it's like.
All right,
with
that's
that
legit.
resolution, I was like,
Okay.
oh, that's how you're gonna resolve this.
I can see how people are 50-50 on the way that worked. I get it for sure. But that is enough for you to say that the third act was mid or had issues? Heck no. What the freak? You saw that epic shit in there?
Bro, I stopped paying attention to that film. Once that, like, the second act starting, and the second act, I was like, I don't care for this. I didn't pick up. My attention didn't go back to the film. Once I started seeing, like, where the third act is actually starting to start, and I'm like, okay. That's where I was like, okay, I'm entertained again.
Let me get to a donation. I
tell,
think I saw
like,
some
this
colors.
movie,
Let me get to a
the movie
donation
got
while I.
fucked up.
You think about your argument while I get to one of these motherfucking dono motherfuckers. And she was freaking bright in my freaking face. Let me go ahead and read that motherfucker. Kashan says, Jody, can you do a topic on the racist trans actress who was nominated for an Oscar? Her name is Amelia Perez. Depends on how the stream looked. Then yes. Back to you, 5-star. If you're basing this movie and calling it mid based off of one piece of the third act, I'm calling cap on you, bro. That's not enough.
Because the thing also is the villain and his motives are weak.
Yes.
The villain
Well,
is weak.
his motives aren't weak. He was weak.
His motives, if he's weak, his motives were weak. Come on.
Really? Those.
I mean, I understand where he's coming from.
Those you know why he did what he did. That was enough for me. He has a hell of a reason to do what he did.
He has a reason, but it's like, okay, like realistically, bro, like the way you executed it, like it was poor.
The execution of it
Like,
was bad. Yes.
The plan of the villain, it's like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
but you executed that shit poor.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Giancarlo, wasted as a character. Wasted, in my opinion.
I don't think so. I thought that his moments that he had with Captain America were very tense, and they were dope. I thought every time he was on screen, I loved it.
The trailers boosted him though. They made him seem like he was shit.
No, they didn't. He was barely in the trailer. Gave you a couple of shots of him. No, he did. He was barely in the trailers.
He was in what, like the first, second trailer? He was in one of the trailers.
Yeah, he was in the trailer for what? 3 seconds? Okay.
But they hyped him up for that little portion like Agent Marvel.
Lighten up the studio. That's pretty. Now that's what I like. Hold on, if I start got a donation, that's why. That's a donate. Hey, I like that. That's nice. You lit up the studio in a real sexy way. Appreciate you. First time donator. Your name, Sadie Bear. Thank you, Sadie Bear. I love your channel, says Sadie Bear. It's a lot of fun, and it's very interesting to listen to your perspectives. Thank you very much. I just don't like how you call everyone who doesn't agree with your specific stance trash or haters. But heck, maybe it's just all for effect. Fan from New Zealand. All right, so, dang, do I come off like I call people trash who disagree? I don't. I'm talking about. I do?
Low key, a little bit. Not enough to where I would say like, damn, bro, you call everybody a hater or trash.
Wait.
But low key, it's like a 5%, bro.
I separated it. If you don't like this movie for pop culture reasons, perfectly fine. If you don't like this movie because he's black or because, you know what I'm saying, the bullshit, then you are trash for that, bro. But I welcome people to disagree with me. Why do you think I'm even having the phone lines? I want to, well, I'm sorry. If I'm putting that out there, I don't want to put that. People who disagree with me I actually look up to people who disagree with me. I respect people who disagree. Now, if you disagree and you're toxic and you name call, then yeah, I'm gonna come and blow your shit up. But disagreements are welcome here. I don't want to put that energy out. That's not what I wanted to do, Sadie Bear. So thank you for telling me that. I'll keep that in the back of my mind. All right, 5 stars. So I agree with you with the villain. I agree with you with the moment in the third act. That's enough for you to give it a C? Mid? Nigga, have you seen the Marvels? Have you seen Wakanda Forever? Have you seen these other MCU movies that be coming out?
Above those movies. I have this movie above those movies. Even though I gave it a C, I have this above that.
Do you have this movie above Deadpool and Wolverine?
Honestly, looking back at Deadpool and Wolverine, I would say yes.
Oh,
I have this movie above Deadpool.
all right. Do you have this movie above Guardians of the Galaxy 3?
I have this below it.
Okay. Do you have this movie above Spider-Man No Way Home?
Story-wise, I have them tied.
What you have just told me is that this is the second best movie of the MCU in the last 5 years.
The last 5 years?
That's what you just told me.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. It is. But
And the second best movie in the last 5 years is only worth a C to you. Come
The
on.
bars at the floor, that's not that big of a flash. Like the bars been at the floor for the last like you said, 5 years. Like, come on now.
But
That's not like something where you can say I'm bragging about it.
but you have to understand other people's opinions. Other MCU motherfuckers, No Helm's awesome. Guardians is awesome. Deadpool and Wolverine's freaking awesome. Wakanda Forever is awesome. People love the freaking Black Widow. Understand, for you have this as the second best MCU movie of Phase 5 and 4.
The last 5 years, we all agree, has been trash.
We don't agree, my nigga. Hold on, let me give you the Rotten Tomatoes again. Wakanda Forever got 84. Black Widow got 79. Captain Marvel got 79. The Marvels got 62. Ant-Man 87. Thor Love and Trash 63. What are we talking about?
I'm not going Rotten Tomatoes. I could care less with Rotten Tomatoes.
I know you're not going Rotten Tomatoes, but the general audience, the world, does.
Yeah, okay. General audience, they're gonna name this shit bad.
There you go. I get it.
Like you said. Yeah, but people who know what time it is and who understand quality of films to a decent amount, I would say that we all know the last 5 years have not been great. So when, again, the bar's at the ground, and this is the second best film of the last 5 years, it's not really that much of a brag.
But it's a good
Now,
thing,
compared to the
though.
whole
But it's a
MCU,
good thing,
I
though.
don't put this in the top 5. I don't put this film in the top 5.
This movie, I said in my movie review, is the most MCU movie I've seen since Endgame, or maybe Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness. And to see,
Because of
and
the
I
callbacks and all that, I agree.
I see people are gonna miss out on this movie because of what the internet is saying, and it just makes it. I feel like most people have not even seen Eternals. They just hear, oh, everyone said it's bad, so I skipped it. Like, bro, find out for yourself.
I agree with that mindset. 'Cause I
Find
know
out for
people
yourself.
who are like that, who heard it was bad.
Yes, a lot of people are doing that.
Word of mouth. No, I agree with that.
Yes, and it's like
But
it's bad.
Jody, let's be real. What percentage of people do you really think are review bombing this compared to people who are actually just calling it bad?
So there's
In-
218. There's 218 reviews of this movie from 200 different 18 YouTube channels and articles, little newspapers, and a lot of these people, you have to understand who these people are. A lot of these people are the people that will say, "Hey, pick your trash up off the floor. You're ruining the planet." These are the type of people where you can't you can't say you can't say titty or scratch your balls in public without them saying, "Ew." Look, who the freak are they? So yes, these type of people, I can see seeing this movie and be like, not my cup of tea. It doesn't do it for me. And,
How many
yes,
people are actually like critics?
they're all of these people are critics. No, understand only the critic stuff is out. Really, right? I'm talking about the critic stuff,
And the-
right?
and the critics gave
A
it-
lot of these people
Right.
are superficial dummies. They're dummies.
And I would agree with you. But again, that 50% score comes from a small percentage of people, right? Which is the critics.
Yep.
The general public gives it a 78? I think that's what it's sitting at.
Yeah.
It's a good score, I would say. Right?
Yeah.
I would say between 70 78, it's a good score.
That's almost a B.
I would say that's within a C, right?
C
Which is what
plus.
I gave it a C. Yeah, C. But again, the people who are hating on it are within that 50%, I would say, which is a small percentage over the overall public. Like, why are we giving so much attention to like the 5%?
It's
when
not the
95
5%
say
5-star.
the movie's great?
You're missing the point that I'm making. Rotten Tomatoes manipulates hundreds of millions of people. That 50%
And I
means a lot to millions of people.
it's the
The general
minority
audience,
saying the
you have to understand, why do people care about what the president does? He's only one man. What he does affects us all. This stupid website affects a lot of people. And it shouldn't. I hate that it does, but it does. They even put on their promotions, the movie studios, they put on their trailers, now certified fresh with 87% on Rotten Tomatoes. Come and watch our movie now. Why y'all do that? because they've bowed down.
That's like one of the biggest strikes that people use.
Yes, it is. And it should not be, because this is politics. Rotten Tomatoes is politics. It is the low IQ. It is the low hanging fruit, dishonest, disingenuous type of critics. You can't trust them. A lot of them are paid off. A lot of them have their own agendas and narratives.
I personally don't trust.
Bro,
I don't trust. I haven't
why don't you think that I should be on Rotten Tomatoes if we're talking about movie critic? I should have been on this motherfucker. I couldn't back in 2018 because they didn't want me there. The same reason why I was shadow banned. YouTube didn't want me on this platform because I say how I really truly feel. YouTube's brand name was called Broadcast Yourself. Now they want to silence what you say. Rotten Tomatoes is the same way. This is politics. It's not about the movies. Trust me, this is not about the movies. These reviews have been written months before this movie even came out, because the people lining their pockets, the people buttering their bread, the people that they work for, they're going to do what their job is.
That's what I was going to say, Jody. Is like, if you were to go like on Twitter and look at the ratio, I would say it's mostly positive.
No, it ain't.
The negative for this movie. I would
No, it's
say,
not. No, it's not.
Seen, bro, if I had to cut it down to 60-40.
No. Have you just seen have you looked at my YouTube channel comment section and on Twitter? Motherfuckers like, no, it ain't. Hate bullshit. What are you talking about? No, it's absolutely not. More people are negative on this movie.
I spent like the last, I would say probably hour or so before the stream started looking at the hashtag for the movie, and most of it has been honestly.
You're talking about
people, hating it because they're like, oh, this Cap he shouldn't be Cap, he should have been Bucky.
Okay.
I don't buy him doing this.
If what you're saying is true, the box office will reflect it. I guarantee you this movie's going to underperform.
Because word of mouth is going to say that. Oh,
you're saying word of mouth is positive, dog.
Yeah, but what do people hear more, the positive or the negative?
They hear what they hear more, the positive. According to you, they hear the positive more.
There's more positive out there, yeah, but people hear more of the vocal minority. People focus more on negative things than positive things in life.
Wait, are you... In one stance, you're telling me that most people are seeing positive, and now you're telling that more people are seeing positive, but they're remembering and focusing on negative? That doesn't work. If more people are talking positively about the movie like you're saying, the box office would reflect it.
That's what you hear more of. Right? Even though that's not true. The ratio is 60-40. But people are more focused on that 40%, paying attention more to that 40% who are calling it ass.
I'm calling cap on you. I think that it's 75-25 negative on this movie. Based off what I've seen. I honestly my experience is so.
In box office. I believe this movie will do good in box office.
You should, based off what you said. Okay, how much are we talking? They tracked it at 180 worldwide. How much is it going to make?
In the first weekend?
Worldwide, yes.
Worldwide? I feel like this will probably make a little bit less than the first Avenger made.
That's a lot of money. What? What the freak? Give me a number.
Total-wise, 10.
How much?
10 worldwide.
110 or 210?
210.
5-star. If this movie makes $210 million,
people love Captain
if this movie makes $210 million, that's fantastic. And then I'm completely wrong, but I don't think I am. I don't think, based off what I've seen, based off what I'm hearing, based off of my YouTube, my algorithm, seeing Twitter, in the space I'm in, this movie's gonna struggle for 100. Domestically, 100, maybe.
I don't, bro. I feel like
worldwide, 140. 140 worldwide, dog.
You know how long people have wanted to see Red Hulk?
I don't know. I don't know.
Wanted to see a Red Hulk for a long time.
If they wanted to see Red Hulk, and that's what I don't understand. 5 star. Let me ask you a question before we end this call. I want some haters. Is Red Hulk the best Hulk you've ever seen in the MCU?
He's tied with that Ed Norton, because that Ed Norton's part of the MCU. As much as people want to claim it's not, it's part of the MCU.
I don't want to get into an argument with you about him being in the MCU or not, but you could bring him in, sure, and you say it's tied. So he's tied for the best. And here you are saying this stuff about Hulk, and you don't think that's worth the ticket price for people to come and see this movie? You don't think that's enough for the naysayers and detractors to say, this movie's nice, bro. That Hulk was awesome, right? I've seen people say a movie's good for less.
Was tied, bro. He did his shit.
All right, I disagree with you. I think Red Hulk is way better than that 2008 Ed Norton Hulk, but that's here nor there. 5 star, you actually did a decent job calling in. Thank you. Thank you for calling, 5 star. I appreciate you, bro. Good job. Where the haters at, bro? I want the disagreements. Can I get some disagreement? Can I get disagreements? La da 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 da. What's up, y'all? You live with Jody Joe.
Hello?
Hi. Can you turn me off in the background?
Yeah, hold on for a second.
No problem. Turn that knob. Hit that mute button.
Okay, I think I turned you off. That's because my controller's off. All right, there we go.
Okay.
You're off.
Cool. What's up, man? What's your name?
My name's Zach.
What up, Zach?
Yeah, I've actually been a fan of yours for a while, actually, so I'm glad I called in.
Thanks.
Yes, of course, of course.
What do you think?
And I'm kind of scared because I don't want you to call me a hater because I realize you tend to do that.
Really?
I disagree with you. But
wait. So you've been watching. You think that I call people who disagree with me haters?
To an extent, yes.
Dang.
I've noticed that, and it's not really like, I mean, some of them, I'll admit, have been haters, but then there are others that haven't been haters, and you've actually called them haters before. Just my opinion.
Okay.
I mean,
Well, I'll try to work on that.
I love you, but that's just something that
I take that on the chin, bro. I'm gonna try to do better because I guess calling them haters is not gonna make them want to call in. So I gotta be more encouraging.
It kind of made me scared to call in too.
Well, I'm glad you called in anyway, bro. Free.
Of course. But anyway, so I mean, there was a lot that I liked about this movie, and I don't want to get into spoilers. I really
no, that's not. No spoilers, please. A lot of people still haven't seen it.
But I mean, the one thing that I really didn't like was the new Falcon. I don't like him.
Yeah, I don't like him either.
I think he's I mean, he's an okay actor, but I mean, in this movie, I just felt like his humor wasn't there. It was kind of written in a little corny. If you can understand that.
I can understand it very much so, and you bring up a good point for a second, because I missed this in my spoiler review. It's not funny at all, and they're trying to be funny in this movie, and the jokes don't hit. So you're right about that. Not just with him, with everybody in the movie. There's a couple of things where I laughed at, but most of it is it doesn't hit.
I mean, so I do like Anthony Mackie. I mean, I hated the fact that what he said about America. I think that was garbage.
Yeah.
But I mean, the thing about Anthony Mackie is that he's not Steve Rogers. I mean, that's going to sound a little,
well, yeah,
crazy, but he's not. He's not Steve Rogers. I don't think that he could ever be Steve Rogers. I don't think that I think they're trying to make him like the new Steve Rogers. Disney. That's what Disney's doing.
What makes you say that? Because have you seen the movie? You've seen the movie, right?
Yes, I saw the movie tonight.
I didn't get that at all. They're not. They made a very strong effort to deviate him from Steve Rogers, though. In my opinion,
it's a little bit like I've noticed a little bit like they're trying to make him Steve Rogers. Like they are trying to like, I don't know. I mean, it's just that, in my opinion, they're trying to make him so much like Steve Rogers.
How so?
To the point where I'm just like, well, I mean, because like they just some of the I've noticed that in in the other movies, like some of his like Steve Rogers' personality kind of goes with what Sam's personality is.
I couldn't disagree more with that because I feel like Steve's personality is pure, and it's also corny in a funny, cool way, and it's very Superman-esque. It's very Steve Rogers has his stuff figured out, and
Yes.
he's nothing like Steve's personality. He's like trying to figure himself out. I say one of my critiques, he doesn't really have his own identity as far as what his character's personality is going to be as Sam Wilson yet.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
He jumps between cool, swag, couple of jokes, you know what I'm saying? And then he comes with the soldier shit, and it's like, it's off-putting a little bit.
I mean, okay, yeah. I mean, I can see where you're coming from. I get it. I get you have your opinion. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I've had so many people say they disagree with that opinion, but that's just been my opinion for a while. I mean, this movie.
Even the president said, "You're not Steve Rogers." They made it an effort to let him know.
I mean, in this one, like, I don't know. I just feel like they're kind of trying to make him like Steve Rogers. I'm not saying that they're exactly doing that, but they're kind of trying to turn him into Steve Rogers. You know, kind of turn him into Steve Rogers. Like they want a new Steve Rogers instead of getting Chris Evans. They're just trying to make Anthony Mackie.
Is it possible that you're saying that they're trying to make him like Captain America, or are you sticking with the Steve Rogers? Because the only likeness that I've seen them have is when they're being Captain America, and of course they're going to be similar.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'm saying like they're trying to make him like Captain America, and not
all right,
everybody
I can see that now.
Can be Captain. Like I've heard so many people that I've talked to, even who I came out of the theater with, they're like, I don't like this Captain America. I hate this, and it is full of hate. It really is. But I think it's also their viewpoints about what it is and what he's like.
Why don't you think they like him though?
I think honestly they're just a little bit salty that he's not Chris Evans, Captain America.
Shout out to Knox Shadow for the donation, my guy. Yes, sir. We are live. Knox Shadow dropped a 50 on us. I got a caller on the line by the name of Zach, and Knox Shadow just lit up the goddamn studio. We greatly appreciate that, Knock, and we gonna address your donation as soon as Zach finishes cooking me.
I mean, I'm not trying to sound like a hater, and I'm totally not a hater. I love Anthony Mackie. Don't get me wrong. I love Anthony Mackie, but I think that people, and I've heard this coming out of theater tonight, where people are like, oh, they're trying to, like, kind of, you know, I miss Chris Evans, Captain America. I think Chris Evans should have stayed Captain America. I'm just like, you know, I mean, I see their points.
I agree.
Like,
I want Chris Evans back.
It's like, not everybody could be, because Steve Rogers was terrific. Like, the first Avenger, I know you don't think it's the greatest one in the world. I love that movie. And then Winter Soldier got better. Not much, but got better. And then Civil War got way better. And now this one, I feel that it was a little downgrade from, you know, from Civil War, but that was Steve Rogers trilogy. I want them to make this one Sam's trilogy. If you get what I'm trying to say.
Where do you land on this movie? It sounds like you're for it. What grade do you give this movie?
What grade?
Yeah.
Man, I'm going to say B minus.
Okay, solid. Solid. So you like the film.
I, I actually enjoyed it.
Mhm.
Some parts of it I did not like, but
Yep.
I typically enjoyed it. I
Do
mean,
you
it
do
was
you
good. It was
agree
good.
that it is a 50% fail of a movie?
Uh, maybe 50, 51. Yeah,
Oh
I'd have to
goddamn.
say.
Wait.
I'm leaning towards that. But I mean, it's like it's. Well, all I'm gonna say is that it was a movie that I expected to not like, but I kind of enjoyed because the critics also got me down. You know, I made a mistake to listen to the critics, reading some reviews, and it got me down a little bit. I was like, this movie doesn't sound like it's gonna be good. And the reshoots, I was like, oh, the reshoots, they had to reshoot a bunch of the movie. I don't know, but when I came out of there, I was pleasantly surprised. I gotta say that. I have to say that. But
Because we heard this movie's gonna be a nightmare, a disaster, all the reshoots. It wasn't that. It's almost as if people are just
Exactly.
going with that narrative and then judging the movie based on that movie without even seeing it. That narrative.
And I'm not saying it was bad. I'm just saying that it was better than the critics had to say. And some of those
Yeah.
critics, yeah, they can be racist, but then there are others that aren't racist that
Yep.
are just giving their honest opinions.
Yep.
And honestly, I think that that's something that you kind of look over.
Do I? I mentioned it before this review. I said if you don't, I said there's people who like pop culture who could tell me why it's bad, and that's perfectly fine. But there's also
I'm not
people.
saying you. I'm not saying you. Like, I'm not saying you yourself. I'm saying that's something you kind of gloss over. That meaning everybody who reads some of these reviews kind of glosses over that some of them can be racist, but others, they're just giving their opinion on the movie. Like,
Sure. But I would put racist. It's not just the racism part. Racist and bias. I put them together. If you're biased and racist towards this movie, I'm putting you in the same hater bullshit pile. Because if you're biased, that means you like, that's not good. You shouldn't be biased against a movie for someone is not, that fact that he's not Chris Evans. Like that's bullshit. Give him a shot.
I agree with you on that. I really do. But I mean, and I just hate it. That's the one thing I hate when people say, "Oh, if you don't like this, it's because he's black and you're racist." I cannot.
Oh yeah, that's garbage.
That's a cop out.
No, but here it is. Here it is though, Zach. If they tell you why they don't like it, then we have to roll with that. It's the people who don't tell you why they don't like it and say it's garbage. Those are the ones where my antennas go up. All right, dog, you're either racist or biased. Because if you can't tell me why you don't like a movie and you say, a lot of people, I just don't like it. I don't think it was that good. I just don't think, all right, bro, you're out of here, bro.
I mean, I know you say that there are Marvel movies you absolutely love, and for some of those, I agree with you. Others, I don't like it. Eternals,
Eternals, I already know.
That's just me.
I get it.
But I thought this movie was solid. It wasn't as good as the first three, but it was solid.
Oh, okay.
It was a solid film. I had a good time with it.
What grade would you give the first Avenger, Captain America's first movie? What grade are you giving that?
I don't know. The thing is, I love that movie. So I mean, I love that movie. I want to give it like a C. Maybe a C plus.
Didn't you say that this movie was a B minus though?
Say what?
You said this movie was a B minus though.
Exactly. This was a little bit better than the first Avenger. But I still love the first Avenger, and I said that I didn't hate this movie completely. There's some parts I loved, some things I didn't love.
So you loved the first Avenger, and you gave it a C plus. You gave this movie Captain America 4 a B minus, but you don't love it.
No, that sounds weird. I know. It sounds weird.
Yeah, it does. Yeah,
but that's just my rating.
I get it. Everybody got their own little ways that they do it. I feel you.
I understand, but
yeah.
I mean, for all intents and purposes, I mean, I thought this movie was this movie's good. It wasn't garbage. I thought it was going to be terrible. It wasn't. But it just wasn't like some of the other Marvel movies I've seen in the past.
Okay. Well, I gotta take that. You don't sound like a hater to me, bro. I'm not trying to call people who disagree with me haters. You have shed light, as well as this person who said it, their name, Sadie Bear. Let me know. I gotta work on that. So, because I want to encourage people to call in and
I mean, that's just even my daughter has said that sometimes you call people who disagree with you a hater. But that's just my daughter's 13. So
Okay.
my daughter, but you know.
I'll work on that. I'll work on that, Zach. I appreciate you for calling in and sharing your opinion, bro.
Thank you so much for taking my call, man. I appreciate it.
Always. Peace. All right. Oh, it looked like somebody was calling from LA. I saw a 323 area code. All right, the phone lines are still open. Can we get somebody who thinks that I'm completely wrong here? Like, we haven't got one person to completely disagree with what I said as far as like bias, racism and bias, and people freaking coming and attacking this movie unfairly. I want to see these people. I want to talk to these people. Let's go ahead to this donation that was here. I missed David Chambers. He says, congratulations on the new baby. Thank you. Sashi Liz said, talk that shit, Jody. You're making strong points. I appreciate you too. Next caller. You live. Talk to me.
Hey, what's up, Jody?
What's up?
Hey, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, talk to me through the phone and not the YouTube, I guess. I guess there's that delay because I guess you're listening to me through the TV or what?
Yeah. How about now? Is that better?
Yeah. How am I coming in? What's up? How you feeling?
Okay. Well, I was just calling. I just want to say congratulations on the baby, and I'm a big fan of yours. Been
Thank
following
you
for years. But I was just calling because really I just wanted to speak really quickly, briefly on the Rotten Tomatoes. I'm actually somebody that really looks up to Rotten Tomatoes. I think
why? Why do you?
Because there's been a lot of good movies that I would have never saw if it wasn't for Rotten Tomatoes.
How so?
Like what? Like iconic movies of the past.
Of the past. So what do? You browse Rotten Tomatoes website and just look at highly rated movies or something?
Well, growing up, I just always liked reading people's, movie reviews. I used to even read Roger Ebert's movie reviews. I used to literally, when I was in high school, read his reviews. So I just was always a guy who loved reading reviews, things like that. That's how I even found your channel and other review channels and stuff. So I'm like into what people are saying.
Okay.
And Rotten Tomatoes was always one of those people, like I'll look up the review and they're like, oh, 80%, okay, this seems good, and I'll watch it and I'll love the movie. And I'm like, okay. But I can definitely see, like your view of what you're saying when you're like, well, look at things like, Ant-Man and the Wasp got 80%, and personally I didn't like that movie. Right? I don't know, I just look at it like kind of where the market is almost. Like I look at movies as like a film market. Like they're gonna miss here and there, but overall I feel like it's pretty consistent.
You think that Rotten Tomatoes is consistent and accurate with their rating system?
The majority, yes. I mean, I outside of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Okay. Outside of Marvel, we're talking. Okay. Well, I don't think they've been consistent with anything superhero related either, bro, to be honest with you. Anything pop culture related, to be honest with you. I don't think that their Star Wars ratings are right either. I think those are way off.
I will agree with you definitely with the Disney ones. Yeah, they were off on the Disney. I don't know. I just look at it like.
Are there a couple of examples of movies that Rotten Tomatoes has shown you that you were not privy to beforehand, before you knew about it? Any movies that Rotten Tomatoes put you on?
Oh, like before I knew about the movie?
Yeah.
Like Okay. Well, yeah. It's like, for example, just simply like watching, like if I want to watch a good movie after work or something, and I would look at like good movies that are came out, like, oh, let's say on Disney Plus or Hulu or whatever, Netflix. I look at the Rotten Tomatoes review, and it got a good score. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna
Just
check it
name
out.
two movies. Can you name two movies that Rotten Tomatoes put you on that were
Um,
good that you didn't watch,
that was
that you
that was
didn't
good.
know about?
Okay. Um, let's see, just right off the top of my head.
I know it's
Oh,
tough.
a movie, a movie called Prisoners with Hugh
Oh yeah.
Jackman, Jake.
Oh yeah. Wait,
Yeah,
you ain't got the word of mouth off of Prisoners, bro? You needed Rotten for that?
I mean, that's all I'm trying to say. It's like if Rotten Tomatoes, you know, can even without word of mouth, like they can be like a little. If it's not something to really look at to judge a movie if it's good or bad, it could be a guide, simply a little guide.
I feel like you didn't
With
need
me,
Rotten Tomatoes to tell you that. We all, hey, anybody that, oh nigga, you sure? Bro, they get this shit at 81, but nigga, they trash. Ah, they trash. Oh no, no, they trash. Hey, bro, they gave Wakanda Forever a better rating than Prisoners, homie. Oh my god. This is what I mean, ladies and gentlemen who are watching. They suck. And even this caller who said, I used them, man, they put me on Prisoners. Nigga, they are doing Prisoners a disservice here.
well, okay, think about it, right? All right, right. Like I sell cars, right? So I think about it like this: you got somebody that comes in. This is a little example. You got somebody come in. They want to appraise their car because they want to sell it, and they feel like we lowballed them when they can take it to a private party and
Sure.
get more for it, which
Yeah.
they can. So I don't know. I feel like the critics that be on Rotten Tomatoes, not the general audience, but the critics, they're they're looking at certain things in a certain lens of good films, things like that, and a bunch of them are but yeah, you will get other people outside of them. There's gonna be like, no, I love the movie, like, and that are a general audience or whatever. If that makes sense.
Well, you likened it to the dealership. You say you sell cars. I don't. So let's use a dealership tag. Yeah, you guys do lowball. You absolutely lowball on cars. You lowball on cars so you can make profit off of them. Everyone knows that. Yes, the private market is way better than the. You're a fool. I hope you don't take this personally. It's just you should never take your car to a dealer to sell the car ever under any circumstance.
Indeed, but here's the thing: you may not always. Well, here we go.
You will never get a better price from the dealer than you will a private market.
But hey, if you need something right then and there,
Got exact. Yeah, you're right. Pawn shops. That's why they exist. You go to a pawn shop at 3 a.m. and sell your shit. You got bent over, you got lubed up, and you got your hole raped. But it's the pawn shop. You could have went to Craigslist or went and sold it for more, but hey, it is what it is. But
also too, you still got competitive prices too. Like, oh snap, it's the same thing, and the car dealership they want me a little bit more in there. And if I base it on movies, I'm just saying like.
So Rotten Tomatoes is the car dealership of the auto market, is what you're saying.
There you go. That's what I was actually thinking about that part.
All right, cool. So you do agree with me that Rotten Tomatoes is trash? I'm sorry, I had to say it. I'm just being honest, bro. Fuck.
Hey, I guess we can agree to disagree. I would say yes.
All right.
Tomatoes is the car dealership of the market, but you will get some competitive deals on certain movies.
For sure. Them electric cars like a motherfucker. All right, for sure. Hey, thanks for calling in, bro.
No problem, man.
All right, peace. Lines are open. Let's take a couple more callers. Come on, couple more. Obviously, buying a car from a dealership is dope when you're buying a new car. You're buying a new car or you're leasing a car, the dealership will give you really good rates, especially if you have good credit. But we're talking about like the used market, bro. You don't even want to know how much they offer for my freaking truck. I was offended. I got mad. I got so mad. I wasn't gonna buy. I said I'm not doing business with you niggas. I'm out of here, bro. What the freak you talking about, bro? No, miss me. Anyway, call me. Racist and biased people are review bombing it. Where are the callers? I want to hear from you. Where was my example to the there was a lot of y'all in my comment section. There's a lot of y'all on Twitter. Where am I about to call this fool out? Where's he at? Let me go to my Twitter. I even gave this fool my freaking link to my number. I need to freak this shit, bro. Freak this shit. Yeah, you making it to the big leagues, baby. I'm coming for your ass. People that always challenge what I be saying. It's freaking Twitter, bro. Operate by different standards. Was it this one where I said great movie? No, what days you go live? No, it's not that one. Cause I'm gonna do it myself, bro. You, Cam2674, where you at? I sent you the link so you could call. Don't talk to me on Twitter, or maybe it's just or maybe they just don't like the movie. Yeah, sure, it's possible. Yeah, call in. What's up? Let's talk. Racist YouTuber. Yeah, you laughing. Emojis. Yes, yes, yes. Come on, call in. Let's talk. I want to talk. I gave you the link. And it's not just him. Here we go. James, especially you. Again, playing the racism card is getting old. Why not truly address what I said instead of useless ad hominems? I will address you. I gave you the link to this stream. You're probably watching me right now. Call in. Come on, James. Look at this shit. I don't argue on Twitter. Call my show. I'll be live. You have been this entire time, but okay, to run away from this conversation, call me now. I don't do the Twitter beefs. I'm not arguing with you, bro. Come call in. Where are you? You people are dumb as F playing the race card. Even this nigga Jody admitted it had story issues and reshoots were noticeable. But as always, black people have to play the race card so they can pretend to be victims of racism when something isn't going their way. Clown victim mentality. You sound like a motherfucking racist. I said the only thing missing is your swastika. Again, playing the racism card. Bro. Call in. These are the cowards that I'm talking about. Cowards. This is clearly a white man saying, or a non-black man saying nigga on Twitter, right? And saying you black people, you're one of them. Call in. Let's talk. That's why I don't do social media is not real, y'all. It's not real. You call these little cowards out, and they scatter like bed bugs. It's like the Snyder Code, bro. Like that's just it just is what it is, bro. That's why I don't have time. It's crazy. Lines is dry now. Captain America 4 is being review bombed by racist bigots and biased people. Captain America 4 is being review bombed by racist bigots and biased people. All you got to do is peel the layer, guys. You ask questions, when you have the discussion, they will unravel. They don't want that. They rather run to Twitter, run in the comment section, put their bullshit and run. We don't do that here. I was raised and born in the 80s, grew up in the 90s, homie. I am about person to person, having a conversation with these amazing folks. Joke with the guy about the dealership. Zach said his thing. That's what I'm about, bro. Don't run Twitter. Don't hit and like this, bro. I'm gonna block that motherfucker, bro. Don't come to me like you want to know what's up. I give you the time, I give you the link, and you ain't showing up. The number's on the screen, bro. I can't be no more open than this. Anybody could pick a phone up, because all of you have one. Anybody could pick a phone up right now and call and get me. How many YouTubers are doing that? I know YouTubers that would never do that because you could get them live and ask them questions. You could ask me anything. You don't even have to talk about. You could ask me anything you want. You live with Jody Joe. Talk to me.
What's up, man? This is John Quan.
What up, John?
What's up, man?
You could ask me anything you want. You could say anything to me. I'm an open book, bro. I got nothing to hide.
Have you ever heard the term "never judge a book by its cover"?
Yes.
I think that for me, that somewhat kind of applies to this movie. I watched the movie. I like the movie. Now, me myself, I'm an African American black man myself. You know, I'm all for supporting black actors in roles, especially if they're able to convince me that they are actually able to do the role, like do the character. It's like I don't like Anthony Mackie as Captain America. I'm going to admit that I don't like him. I prefer Steve Rogers over him any day. But
do you not like him because you know Steve Rogers exists, or if there never was a Steve Rogers, do you still not like him?
Honestly, no.
Okay, I can see that. He's figuring it out. I can see that.
But I'm not for but for the racist people who just got a bias. I'm not with that. I'm all for you having your opinion, but then once it becomes something that is considered like you're doing something that's like hatred, I'm just not with that. Yeah. I do believe that there are a lot of racist, biased people out there who just want to, have their minds made up already. So it's like we can't try to change them because that's just how they are. That's just how people are. So they're just going to be how they are. But do I think
but I think about what you just said. If I'm racist, let's pretend I don't like Asians. I could hate Asians, right? But to spend time going to seek out where they are on Twitter, on their comment section, on their YouTube channel, that's more than just hate. That's almost like an addiction. Like you hate them so much that you follow them and harass them and seek them out. That's obsession. Because you can hate because when I hate something, I turn from it. I don't go to it. I don't look at it. I don't address it. There's YouTube channels that are annoying, and I hit the do not recommend. I don't ever want to see you again. I watch YouTube videos and I be like, this motherfucker is capping. He's lying. He's fake. I could really roast and destroy. This fool's whack. But I don't comment. I won't even thumbs down the video. I'll click off. Imagine that. Because I believe when people hate something, they don't want it around them, in their vicinity. But I feel like some of these fools that are like really talking bad about this movie, it's like it's like when people cut off the black man's cock, the slave masters. Y'all jealous, bro. Yeah, I feel like there's a jealousy there, and there's an obsession to the jealousy. Look at how a lot of them adopt our black culture. I just saw, me and E-Man saw 2 Latina chicks with eyelashes and makeup and tattoos, acting like ratchets, listening to black music, twerking in their passenger seat, bro, and talking like they black, trying to be us, bro. I think it's more. I think that most racists aren't racist. I think that they want to be us. I think that they're mad. I think that some of them are jealous. I think that they probably want to be our friend, but they don't know how. They act weird. That's what I think.
Right.
I just had to say it. I don't
But do you know what I think though?
Oh, what do you think?
So, all right. So So for example, okay. So like, which artist do you like? Do you like Usher or do you like Justin Timberlake?
I have to pick one. I like them both.
Okay. So like my point is that there's a lot of like there's white people, like there's all types of different races and colors of people that love Usher. Usher's a black man. He's talented.
Yeah.
There's people that want to dance like Usher, but they hate black people. They want to talk like us,
Yes.
dance like us, rap like us, but they hate us.
Yeah.
That's why people will bring up Justin Timberlake. Justin Timberlake's a culture. He's a culture vulture and this and that. And this and that.
Yeah.
Because he takes from black culture and stuff like that. But it's just like I don't think that that's the case. I just think that Justin Timberlake just does what he does because he's because he's an R&B artist is what he likes to do. I don't. It's like when some people try to be like us, they want to do what we do, but they hate us. I don't get that. It's like a compartmentalization. Like
yeah.
They love. It's like they love LeBron James, they love Kobe Bryant, they love Michael Jordan, right?
Yeah.
But deep down, when they see someone,
they're the first persons to say Luka Doncic is better than them, or Larry Bird was the GOAT. They try to overhype the white athletes. They do that a lot. I noticed that.
Right. And like I don't have anything against white people. Like I think Larry Bird.
Love white people.
Right. I love them. I love them all. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like white people that are racist though. Like I don't like.
Neither do I.
People. Like those. Yeah. I don't like them.
Right. Do you think that there is an agenda against this movie? Outside of like Captain America, outside of him about him being the new guy, not being Bucky, or having a pop culture or MCU reason for not liking, do you think that there is an agenda outside of that against this movie because of what he said and or because he's black?
Both. I like you said, like what he said, what Anthony Mackie said, I'm not with it. Like I'm with you. I would like for him to be replaced. I agreed that I wanted Bucky to be Captain America, not him. I agree with you on that.
But then those people would, and then you have to worry about you being called a coon because you don't want to see the black guy be Captain America. We'd have to deal with that too. We don't want to see him not be Captain America because he's black. It's because the pop culture MCU fans in us want to see the person who deserves to be Captain America more than allegiance to our own race.
Right.
So if we can do it the opposite way, so can these racist Klansmen, geeks and gamers type motherfuckers can do it as well. But I know that there's money in it. There's so much money. You can get so much money by giving these talking points on YouTube, on Twitter, or wherever else, because hate is monetized. And look, we're talking about Captain America 4, but we're not talking about it in the amazing light that it should be talked about. It's not an amazing movie. It's a great movie, in my opinion. It's a very good movie, But we're not talking about it for those reasons. We know Captain America 4 based off what Anthony Mackie said and based off the fact, oh, he's not Steve Rogers. He's a black Captain America. He look whack. Not based on the contents of what he's doing in the movie or how he's portraying the character. I feel like that's just so whack.
I do agree that you got to pick someone that is willing to put their best effort into making like convincing us that you can be the character. I don't want like people to get a certain role because of their race or because of it's like a special thing where it's like, oh, this person is special, let's give the black man, let's give them the roles. You know what I'm saying? It's like forced inclusion. It's like you're forcing and you're including like all these Asians and blacks and Indians and Mexicans, which I don't have a problem with that. I don't have an issue with it at all. But when it becomes a point where
it shouldn't be forced.
Right. It shouldn't be forced.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, I guess so. The time will tell when we see the box office results, because I'm very much speaking prematurely right now. Like, I see what they're saying on Twitter. I see what they're saying in my comment section. I see what they're saying on the internet. I see it. I hear it. But only when we see the box office, we'll know if it was really real. If this movie suffers and if this movie bombs, if this movie underperforms because of these reasons, now I'm really upset, because I've seen so many bad MCU movies make money. Nigga, Thor Love and Trash made like 800 million, bro. That's just wrong on so many levels to me. A trash movie like that don't deserve that money. And when I see this movie, Captain America 4, come out and if it makes 4, 5, I'm upset, bro. I don't think that's right.
And Black Panther was a great movie, and Black Panther made $1 billion, right?
1.3 billion.
Right.
So it's doable. Time will tell. Maybe we'll have another conversation talking about this when the box office receipts come out, bro. But I appreciate you for calling in.
No problem, man. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, peace. God damn. Well, we couldn't get the people who are hating on this movie from the calls. I thank you guys for calling in to share your opinion on this travesty that is the Rotten Tomatoes fiasco. 84% for Wakanda Forever. 79% for Black Widow. Bad movie. 79% for the Captain Marvel. Bad movie. 62% for the Marvels. I haven't seen it. Bad movie. 87% for Ant-Man and the Wasp. This is a trash movie that almost got an A grade, almost got a 90. Thor Love and Trash, the worst superhero movie ever made, still gets 63. And Cap is sitting here at 50%. Something ain't right. What up, caller? Talk to me. You live. Yo. I guess that's it. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think. I'm opening up these lines for anyone to call in, and what I'm hearing is exactly what I thought. There is an agenda against this movie, and it's because he's black, bro. And then I think about the MCU, and I look at the black characters and how they've been treated. They took CGI artists off of Black Panther and put them to Infinity War. Give me a second. What up, caller? You live. Talk to me.
What's good with you? My name's Symbol of Peace. I'm in your comment section on YouTube. I'm also home team. I'm from LA, born and raised.
Tight.
What's good with you? I fuck with your platform. Sorry, I don't know if I can touch on here.
No, you can't. Go ahead.
But yeah,
Be
I
you.
rock with your platform. We love your show. but just wanted to chime in because I guess some of your people wanted me to call in. I'm never scared.
What is you said
But
you
yeah,
symbol of peace. Box office doesn't mean a movie is good, because Black Panther 2 had a good box. Yeah, that's right. Box office does not mean a movie. So that's you. I see you here. All right. So they wanted you to call in. They're calling you a coward. They wanted you to call in. They dared you.
yeah, I ain't never scared.
All right. Why did they
Yeah.
want you to call in? What are you saying?
No. So I don't know, but I said that Anthony Mackie. My first comment was Anthony Mackie, and this is my personal opinion. Anthony Mackie was a DEI hire for Captain America role. I think he could have just stayed the Falcon
Yep.
and accomplished
I agree.
pretty much whatever they wanted him to do.
I agree.
For this movie, I think if they were going to kill Steve Rogers, they should have killed Captain America. They should have just said, like, you don't need a Captain America to lead the next Avengers thing. And when you do that, it just kind of puts kind of like the pressure that he was talking about in the movie. I don't know. I'm not trying to do spoilers right now.
Yeah, no spoilers.
But
I agree so far.
Yeah. But it gives that same pressure outside, and you gotta live up to that. And there's a lot that goes into that. I like what you talked about in your drive home to the movie, like Mackey's preparedness and the way he did stunts and his physical shape and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like Chris Evans is a point when he go play Captain America.
Yep.
And most of the stunts, other than like the flips and all that, he's doing fight choreography. And you can see it. Anthony Mackie ain't doing that.
Nope.
Not that he can't, because he did his fight choreography in that one show, Carbon Copy on Netflix.
Oh.
Where they
Okay.
implanted chips in their head. But the fight choreography and that was great. And he did most of it. I don't know what his regimen was for getting ready for this role, but you could see the I guess what you were saying, the amount of care he didn't apply to the role. Yeah, but that was all I had. Like I didn't. Yeah,
I don't agree. I don't disagree with anything you said. Yeah, Captain America. Let's be honest. They chose to overlap Bucky or anyone else for Sam. DEI. Sure, I agree. Do you need Captain America for the new Avengers? No, you don't. You can do it with anybody. So, I mean, yeah, dog. I agree with that shit.
Yeah, and yeah, like I guess so. Like I don't know what, and that's the thing. We don't know. And with the thing with Ant-Man, right? With that thing, I think that was like when you brought up the Rotten Tomatoes thing. Like, I didn't like the movie. I didn't like Ant-Man 3. I didn't like the movie. I like Jonathan Majors' role in the movie.
Well,
And I
that's
think
Quantumania. That's Ant-Man 3. This Rotten Tomatoes is Ant-Man 2.
Oh no, hell no.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no. Nah, that's bad. That's bad.
Yeah.
That one, I tried to imagine that thing didn't exist.
They gave that shit a 87, homie.
That's horrible. Yeah, I don't rock a Rotten Tomatoes. I don't really rock a box office like that. I really just go like, yeah. I mean, I think when a movie's good, it does show fruition in the box office. But that also could be external forces could manipulate that as well. Like in case of Black Panther, people went to see that movie because it was more so like a funeral for Chadwick.
Yes.
Not that the movie was good, because like with this movie, the movie was a movie. It wasn't bad or good. It was just a movie.
Wakanda Forever made that much money. It made $850 million, something like that. I think $250 million or more of that was because Chadwick died and because people wanted to see the funeral.
Yes. Yep. The funeral. Yes. That's literally so like there's external forces that could manipulate a box office around the actors and whatever political agenda is going on, and that does happen. That doesn't make the movie good. You know what I'm saying? So with this, I feel like this movie had the potential to be great. I think where they messed up is they downplayed the blackness.
They really They did.
on purpose.
They did.
Yeah, and I think you need that element there. I think they should have went like I think they should have showed like Isaiah get tortured, like opening scene.
They
like,
should
while he was
have.
locked up. Yup.
They did a little bit of blackness when they were in the limo. That was it.
Yeah.
I thought like, dang. That's why I said your character. I like, bro. What are you trying to do? You trying to be swag cap or you trying to be army cap? Like, bro, like,
Yeah.
what's the point of having a black Captain America if he ain't gonna be black?
Exactly. It's hard to connect. Like, like at no point, and I said this when I got out the movie. I went to show with my girls. Like, at no point during this movie did I feel any type that he was fighting for something like that was important. Like, I didn't feel like an emotional connection to Sam Wilson as a character. He had no depth.
I can see that. I can understand that too. I mean, he was a hero. He's fighting. He's a soldier, fighting for his country, fighting for what's right, trying to show Isaiah that, yeah, this America is challenged, but it's better, and it's not the same America that was over you when you were being tortured. And he wanted to save him. And yeah, I got some of that. But yeah, he could have been more black, act more, bring more culture to this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and the fact that they didn't bring like his sister in the movie because she was in the show, and like that, like when he was at home and like that whole thing in the show. Say what you
she
want
was
about
in
the
it.
show, I didn't
She
mind
was
it.
in it. She was in it, bro.
Huh?
She was in it.
His sister?
Let's not spoil nothing, but that black girl that was in the movie that you saw a lot, that was her.
No.
Yeah, I think she lost weight.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
But you know, like when in the show where he's like at home and he's like, I just saved the world like from alien invasion, but I can't stop like my family's business from being
Fix
like,
your house,
bankrupt.
buy your house or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like for me that's like a black American problem. Like,
Yeah, and he had it.
like
He had that struggle in there. Yep.
and they should have had that in the movie. Like even if it's just showing like him on the boat with his family, like the business survived or something that we could, attach to that connected the series that they had that brought depth to his character. Yeah. And the oh dang, no, I can't. No spoilers.
No spoilers. Hey, I feel you, man. I don't disagree with anything you said here, bro. You should
Let's go.
call in more.
No, most definitely.
All right, appreciate you, bro. This question was asked twice. Jay Gunners, Jody, what did you think of Disney hiding behind racism when it came to criticism of the Obi-Wan show? I don't know what you mean. You're gonna have to elaborate a little bit. We're gonna continue this live. This is it for the recording. Y'all saw what y'all saw. People talking shit. None of them backing anything up. When it comes time to call in, tell me what you mean. Let's really talk about it. Nothing there. Nothing. Rotten Tomatoes is trash, and there is an agenda against this movie because he's black.